Class 153 means 23. Strain gauge. Okay, now strain. Okay, it is ratio of change in length to the original length. Okay, means percentage of deformation in a material. It has no unit because it is percentage. So when force is applied on a body, it is stressed. The percentage or amount of stress is given by force per unit area. This stress causes deformation. Percentage of deformation is called as strain, means ratio of change in length to original length. Now, there is this is the material which is used for the gauge or measurement. So, see, this is the length, it is like this, and this is placed in a backing, non conductive backing, okay, which is firm, and two terminals are taken outside. Now, see, when tensile or compressive force is applied, this is called strain direction, is given here. You can have tensile force or compressive force, whatever it is. Okay, so in this direction, it is going to measure. If you apply pressure in this direction, this will not have any change in resistance. If you apply force in this direction, okay, now when you apply tensile force, its length will be increased. Okay, see, when you apply tensile force, resistance between these 2 points will increase because there is slight increase in the resistance, and also hence decrease in area of cross section. Hence, increase in length and decrease in area of cross section, hence resistance will increase. When we apply compressive stress, okay, in this direction, like this, okay, force from here to right to left and left to right, right to left from right side and left to right in the left side. So when it is compressive stress, you will get compressive deformation and hence compressive strain. So resistance will decrease because when you apply compressive stress, the resistance, the length will decrease and slight increase in area also. Hence, we can measure the change in resistance using any method. Say a Wheatstone bridge is used. Okay. Now this is a strain gauge which is kept in one of the branches in the bridge. A Wheatstone bridge has four branches. Say R2 and R4 are fixed known resistances. Now strain gauge is kept here. When you apply force or pressure, whatever it is, the value will change here. Galvanometer will show the deflection. By varying resistance, you make the deflection zero. Now this resistance value, change in resistance value, will give the change in the resistance of gauge, which is proportional to the force. See, simple, when the bridge is balanced, Initially, bridge will be in the balanced condition. You will set R3 such that galvanometer deflection is 0. Okay, say voltmeter this is. When you apply force, the resistance in this branch changes of the gauge changes. Because of that, it will give indication. Now, this indication is directly a measure of force, but sometimes they will use null method for measurement. Means initially they will keep in the balanced condition. Okay, this will be 0. There is no force. You will adjust R3 such that say R3 is 10 ohms. Okay, now you apply force. You will get deflection. You vary this such that this now becomes a 9 ohms or 11 ohms if deflection is positive or negative. So if this is vary this such that you get here null deflection once again. Now this change in resistance, that is from 10 to 9 or 10 to 11. So there is change in 1 ohm resistance. This 1 ohm is directly a measure of force. Okay. So there are two methods. You have null method. Okay. Null method means initially the bridge will be in balanced condition. After measurement also you will again, after applying force also you will measure by null technique only. You will again make it 0 by varying R3. The equations are given here. See, R1 by R2 will be equal to R3 by R4 initially under no force. Okay. When there is force applied, you will adjust this. R3 means the value just before the force being applied and the balance condition is reached. Okay, you give the voltage here, you know that. Now you apply force. When you apply force, there will be change in R1 strain gauge resistance. Okay. Now you change again R3 such that this becomes 0. The galvanometer indication becomes 0. So R3 will become now R3 plus dr3. Let us call new R3 as R3 plus a small change in R3. And now after force is applied, R1 will change. It will become R1 plus dr1. Okay, so R1 by R2 is equal to R3 by R4. You know that. But now R1 is this, R3 is this. Small change. Now write R1 plus. Now you expand, substitute all, do all these things. You will get change in R1 as equal to change in R3 into ratio of the bridge. Ratio of the bridge is R2 by R4. So if R3, dr3 is known, you know R2 and R4, you can measure dr3 because it is a standard resistance. So you can measure directly dr1, dr1 which gives proportionate to the value of force. There is a factor called as gauge factor. Okay, that is change in resistance to the change in length. That is called as gauge factor. Okay, so expression can also be written in the form of gauge factor. Hence, you can have direct measurement of strain R3, DR3 can be direct measurement of strain. If you want to measure strain, strain means D delta L by L. Okay, you can get. Okay, that is not necessary. Okay, till here it is enough for you. See here. Okay,